nothing a gone for the community the way you are going.
Yeah, change up your attitude and show some gratitude. All the negative energy you got to refuse.
We are out here once again to reach out to the so-called blacks, so-called Afro, Trinidadians, Negroes, to the Caribs and Arawaks, and the native Indians. You are the 12 tribes of Israel. So today is the Most High Holy Day, and we see a lot of people in the promenade doing their own thing, shopping and buying.
The book of Genesis, chapter 2 and verse 2. And on the seventh day, God ended his work which he had made, and he rested on the seventh day from all his work which he had made.
So the Most High rested on the seventh day. And he had blessed this day to be a holy day. Read on.
Exodus chapter 20 and verse 8. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy.
Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. Today is the seventh day. Today is the holy day of the Most High. And today is the day that we should not be buying and selling or shopping or doing anything of our own, but to be serving the Most High on this day.
6 days shalt thou labor.
So we have 6 days in the week to do all thy work. 6 days to do all thy shopping, buying, going to school. Read on.
And do all thy work. But the seventh day,
which is today, the Sabbath day, a holy day, meaning a day that is set apart and separate unto the Most High. Read on.
But the seventh day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God.
It is his day that we are out here and bring out to the people, or to be doing his will on this day. Read on.
In it thou shalt not do any work.
So today, we shouldn't be doing any sort of work. Buying, selling, doing our own will, playing games, going to work, to the oppressor's workplace. So today should be a day of rest. Read on.
Thou, nor thy son, nor thy daughter, thy manservant, nor thy maidservant, nor thy cattle, nor thy stranger that is within thy gate.
So no one in your home should be working today, not even you. But today in the promenade, as we see every week, people are shopping, buying, selling, working, doing all sorts of things. And today is the day of your Lord, your God. He has called this day a day of rest and peace, a day to focus on his will and his ways. Read on.
For in 6 days the Lord made heaven and earth, the sea and all that in them is, and rested the seventh day.
and rested the seventh day from all his work that he has done. Because this day is above all other days. This is a holy day. Read on.
Wherefore the Lord blessed the Sabbath day and hallowed it.
So he hallowed this day to be a day of rest and a day that he has hallowed unto himself and to his people, the 12 tribes of Israel. You Israelites that are walking around here in the promenade, those of you who are sitting by, the Most High is speaking to you today to do his will, to walk according to his commandments. If you love him, you will do his commandments. Read on.
Nehemiah chapter 10 and verse 31. And if the people of the land bring ware or any victual.
So if the people in the land, now we are in Trinidad, a place of our captivity, that we were brought here on slave ships by our oppressors or slave masters. We were even given their last names. We were even given a day of rest by the Most High, but yet still we choose not to work, to do the will of the Most High on this day. So in the time of Nehemiah, he's saying to the people, if any of the other nations come and bring thee any victuals or anything to sell on that holy day, what he would do?
On the Sabbath day to sell, that we would not buy of it.
So we should not be buying anything from the vendors today, because the vendors are causing you to sin. So right now you are sinning before your God. What is sin? Sin is the transgression of the laws. So today you are doing evil. My brother, what is your nationality? What do you say? Is it Trinidadian? When you look on your ID, what do they have on it? Do you know how we got here to this land?
We are slaves.
We are slaves? That's good. How did they bring us here?
Coronavirus. You want people touching up now?
How did they bring us here? What mode of transportation?
We don't know.
Okay, let me show you this. Deuteronomy 28.
We have it out without being asymptomatic.
Hear what, brother? Hear what we're gonna. Just listen here. So we'll show you how we got here. All right? Deuteronomy 28 and 68.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
With what?
With ships.
This is how we got here to this land. The slave masters brought us here. And we were sold later on. But we'll see this. Read on.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
What is the it we will not see anymore again? When we were brought from the west coast of Africa to this land, what will we not see anymore again? What was our homeland before Africa?
Galatians chapter 4 verse 26. But Jerusalem, which is above, is free. Which?
Hold on. This is the prime land that everybody is fighting over for this day.
Which is the mother of us all.
So that is the motherland. Of us all. So you came out from Jerusalem. So you would be an Israelite. All right. So today is the day that, and we are not doing. Most of us here in the promenade, all these people walking by, they are Israelites, but they are not doing His will. So today we are showing people that they must turn around and turn from their wicked ways. we were warned as prophets to come to our people and warn them. Ezekiel 3 and 17. So that they will change from their ways. But read on here. Let's read on here a little bit on Deuteronomy 28 and 68. Let's continue there a bit.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
So we will not see our homeland anymore again. Have you been back there to Jerusalem? All right, that's our homeland.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
So we shall be sold unto our home.
Unto your enemies.
So we are sold unto our enemies. So we have enemies. Do you know who your enemies are? The black man is your enemy? Sometimes he is. But who was the man that sold you into slavery? Who was the man that brought you into slavery? The Arabs. Who else? But who brought you slavery here? But who brought you here in slavery? The white man. Devil, the deceiver. Read on.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen.
So we should be brought here as bondmen, slave men, and bondwomen, slave women.
And no man shall buy you.
This is a term that tells us that no man shall get us out of this situation. And we will not get out of this situation.
Of Jacob thy father, for the mouth of the Lord hath spoken it.
So today, if you find yourself not doing your own thing and doing the will of the Most High, He will honor that. So we today should be doing the Most High's will, but most of us are out here just running around, just shopping as normal, like nothing matters to them, and only the things that they have planned to do today on the Sabbath day. This is why we're out here, to let them know that they have to change their ways, all right, to come back to His laws, commandments, and statutes. Since you know that you are Israel, so that you know today that you are Israelite, right? Do you know that you are Israelite? So why you don't know that you're Israel? So we just showed you that you came. So we showed you today that you are Israel. How that you are Israel? Because we were born on ships. Our forefathers were born here in slavery. And your name, your last name. What is your last name? Richard. That's the last name, right? So it is a name that comes from the slave master. So that alone shows you when they come. When they brought us here, what did they do to us? They stripped us from our clothing. And so now we don't know who we serve. And that, you don't know who you are. Why don't you not know who you are? Isaiah 1 and 3. Jeremiah 17 and 4.
Isaiah chapter 1 verse 3. The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib.
So he's comparing us to two animals here, two dumb animals, saying that they know how to get back, they know the master, and he knows how to get back to his master's crib. Read this.
But Israel doth not know, my people doth not consider.
So he's talking about us, talking about you and I. We don't remember who we are because we were brought here in slavery, in slave ships, under the slave master to work in their cotton fields, their cane fields, and everything else that we here it is. We're in the cities. We walk. We are just. These are the kings and queens of the earth. We are the greatest people on the face of the earth.
That's right.
And here it is, we are walking, and yet still, we don't consider that we are the greatest people. Read this to me.
The book of Deuteronomy chapter 4 and verse 8. And what nation is there so great that hath statutes and judgments so righteous as all this law which is set before you this day?
So the Most High gave us laws, commandments, and statutes to follow. He didn't give us religion. He didn't give us Seventh-day Adventist, Pentecostal, Roman Catholic, none of those things.
But this gathering is true, right? This is supposed to change conditions of black people.
You know,
if they continue, persist to get larger numbers, people with keeping the Sabbath, the conditions of black people supposed to change, right?
Yes.
But I see on TV, even in America, have this religion.
We want you to understand. This is not a religion. You're hearing what I'm saying to you, sir? It is your nationality. It is about your people. It's the children of Israel.
Exact same message. And the conditions with black people over there and here remain the same. Teaching from Deuteronomy 20.
Why are we in the same condition?
Like working.
Do you keep the Sabbath? Do you keep the commandments? Yes. Do you keep the Sabbath and the commandments? No. Well, that is why we still in this condition. Because of people like you who stiff-necked. And don't want to repent and come back to keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. It's people like you who know they're Israel and choose to follow the way of the heathen. It's people like you that causing this still. Yes, not just you alone, but people like you who don't want to repent.
Jeremiah chapter 8 verse 3. And death shall be chosen, and death shall be chosen.
Choose to be in a dead state, walking around not knowing what is the nationality. We say a Trinidadian. What does Trinidad mean? What does the word Trinidad mean? But you call yourself a Trinidadian, right? But you don't know what the word Trinidad means. Where did it come from? Who gave us that name? What, brother? You're calling yourself a Trinidadian, right? Where did the name Trinidad come from? Who? Christopher Columbus. He said Tree Hills, and he called it La Trinity. So are you Tree Hills? Well, because we're supposed to remember the days of old, but we don't do that as a people. That's why we're famished. If you don't know where you're coming from, how will you know where you're going? But you calling yourself Tree Hills, right? That's what Trinidadian is, Tree Hills. But are you Tree Hills? I'm looking at you, you're a man. That's not your nationality. Your nationality goes back to your nation, which is your ethnicity. It's not your nationality. You take out your ID card now, you'll see nationality, that section blank. You'll see citizenship status, Trinidadian. Nationality, nothing. The East Indians know that they call themselves Trinidadians, but they will tell you, I'm an East Indian. The Chinese will say, I'm a Trinidadian, but they know that they are Chinese. We are not Africans, that's the whole point. Who tell you you're African? The same people that bring you across here? Why you say you're African? Why do you say you're an African? Yeah. Why do you say that you're an African? Were you born there? Were you born there? Were you born there? Were you born there?
Born in a
Exactly. So you were born in Trinidad. So why do you claim an African? Are you an African or you're a Trinidadian? Which one? Is the mother of who? No, give me Galatians 4:26. Because I've dealt with you many a time, and they will come up here using subtlety like the serpent in the garden. I don't know who I is. I said Trinidad. But by your own admonition, by your own admission just now, you hear you say, but people in the States teaching this exact same thing. That means you know. You're just being wicked. You're choosing to be wicked. Read that.
The book of Galatians chapter 4 and verse 26. But Jerusalem, which is above, is free, which is the mother of us all.
Will you say it's unfair that I have a mic talking and you can't talk on the mic? You ain't find it unfair how they're killing our people in the streets every day? You ain't find that unfair? But they're so emotional talking about a mic. You can speak loud as a man, speak loudly, people will hear you. The people want what? To be killed in the streets?
Because they're following gang line.
Who teaches to be in gangs?
Media.
Who?
Media.
Who runs the media? Who runs the media? Who runs the cinemas? Who runs the production companies? Who runs it? Who? What people do it?
Jews.
Who is the Jews?
You want me to say white people?
Who are the Jews? The Jewish people, I mean. The Jews are the people you see standing before you right now, all in the back, that they are Jews. The people you think are Jews, who you think is the savior, this demon on the ground here, that is not what the people of the book look like. But again, they don't believe the Bible because Adam and Eve is 2 English words. They are what? Who said they were the first 2 people? Who? What people? What were their names? Where they were from? Where they were from? Where were they? They said you make a statement and you need to back it up. What were these other people's names? What were the other people's names? Because the Negro have a complex. They can't say they don't know. So they will spew all kind of garbage and rhetoric and expect people to believe them. We want proof. Prove to us. Who were these people before? Please. You're an old man, you're retired thing, right? You're retired, right? Then you're supposed to have at least have some knowledge of who these people were. Who are these people? Alright, I hear what you said. Well, who were the people before them? What book you read it in? Cite a source. No, I want you to tell me where you get the source from. Brother, bring forth your show. Stop. Hey, here what's going on. You're an old gentleman, you live your life already. Don't be effeminate. We could deal as men. You have a source, tell us what the source is so we could go and check it and verify it. Tell like me come and tell you, hey, you know Shirley down the road her age? When you say, how you know that? Now don't ask me that now. Who the hell? You come and say something, tell us where you get it from. But we just prove out of the scriptures that the so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and the native Indians, they are the Israelites of the Bible. That's right. But you know what I said? I may believe that. You understand? But we showing you, we didn't write this. This existed thousands of years before we walked the earth. We just come here. I born in what, 1981? I didn't write this. This was there, existed before me. So we showed you our source. What is your source? No, well, if you want to keep your source to yourself, then the opinion that you have, guess what you have to do with it too? Take it and stick it in your back pocket and keep it, right? Because we need a source. We can't just come out and that's the problem with our people. We have been taught things out of people's mind for so long without proof that they think that they could just come and tell us anything and we would believe. That day has gone. We're now in the information age. That's right. This is what we deal with now, information. Bring forth your strong reasoning, as the scripture said, give me Isaiah 41 and 21 again. Bring forth your strong reasoning.
The book of Isaiah chapter 41 verse 21. Produce your cause, said the Lord. Bring forth your strong reasons saith the King of Jacob,
Read.
let them bring them forth
Bring them forth.
and shew us,
And do what?
and shew us
Show us what?
what shall happen.
What shall happen?
Let them shew the former things,
Show us the things that are past. Read.
what they be,
What are
that
they?
we may consider them.
Told us that there were people before Adam and Eve. Show us these former things that we may believe. And I didn't write about it there. You think I'm man to predict the future? You think man can predict the future? In your humble opinion, do you think men can predict the future? You think men are so great that we can predict the future? In your rough 65 years on the planet, such things as what? Something with JFK. It had nothing Nostradamus come forward with. Nothing. Well, tell me where he come. Show me. Which quatrain it was? Which quatrain of Nostradamus it was that he predicted something that was going to happen and actually happened? Which one? Which one? Which quatrain? Tell me if I go and look it up.
Something about JFK.
Nostradamus said nothing about JFK. If I know all the prophecies of the Bible?
No.
Hey, the only prophecy they go and find is here in the book. The Quran don't have prophecy. The Bhagavad Gita don't have prophecy. The Egyptian Book of the Dead don't have prophecy. It's only the Bible. Why I think everybody, when they see something big happen like the locust the other day that was sweeping Africa, what do they say? A plague of what? Biblical proportions. When I say biblical, what are they talking about? The Quran? The Bhagavad Gita? The Egyptian Book of the Dead? Which book are they talking about? Here. There's the only place you find it. You understand? Where else? Where else they can find it? Why they always refer, oh, this is the end days, just as the book of, just as the Bible says. These are the days of Noah. You hear people saying that? So where you find the book of Noah? Where you find Noah in a book? Where you find that? In the Quran. In the Gilgamesh epic, the Egyptian book. So then how could you say you don't believe this? When everything it says coming to pass. Who? Who other people? Give me Amos 2:11. Amos 2:11, real quick. The only people that are ordained to be prophets on this entire earth are the children of Israel. The so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Indians. What?
Amos chapter 2 verse 11. And I raised up of your sons for prophets.
He said what?
And I raised up of your sons for prophets.
I raised up of your sons for prophets, read.
And of your young men for Nazarites.
Young men for Nazarites.
Is it not even thus, O ye children of Israel?
O ye all people of the day.
O ye children of Israel? O ye children of Israel?
O ye children of Israel. Only the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians have that power to prophesy anything. So again, where are you getting this information from? Like your forefather was a what? What is nationality? A so-called African. He came from Africa?
Race no change. Race no change.
So how you want to change? How you want to change your race from an Israelite into African? You tell me race don't change. It just confirmed yourself right there.
If you is that you will. If you're born in the next country, you're still done.
But you know, tell me if I get born in an oven is not sweet bread. So because you're born in a country doesn't make you that person from that place. By your own words. Do you believe in emancipation? Yes, keep emancipation. Emancipation Day. Yes, follow that? Because you seem Afrocentric, that's why I ask it. So, do you celebrate Emancipation Day?
There's a celebration was going on here with the renting tent and truck and toilet at different ethnicities. That didn't make no sense for years.
But you know what making less sense?
What?
Celebrating emancipation. So let me say you commit a crime, right? You have with 20 pounds of marijuana. they hold it till hey, you get 3 months hard labor in the royal jail, right? You serve it 3 months hard labor. After the warden come like, hey, today is your day to place go free now. But you're free, but you can't leave the prison. Are you free? But we were brought here as slaves, right? Yeah? They gave us freedom and tell us we emancipated, yeah? But we can't leave. Why we can't go back to our homeland? Where they took us from? If we're free. You gotta get visa. You gotta get passport. You gotta pay tax to leave the country. You gotta buy a ticket. You gotta get accepted over in the place where you're going. You understand? So if you were given a free ticket to go back to Africa, which country in Africa you would go to? What flag would represent you? Which people will represent you? Why? Why you don't go to Somalia? Why you don't go to Somalia? You could be a Somalian. How you could be an Egyptian? It have no. Where did they take these slaves from? During the slave trade. What area of Africa? Northeast Africa and Egypt? Did they take them from Northeast Africa? Where did these ships go and take people from? You know? It was Central and Western Africa. It wasn't Eastern. Ethiopia in the east, Egypt in the northeast. There is not an Ethiopian nor Egyptian. Just by the graphics. So, why would you claim those two places? You know what? I can tell you why I claim it, you know? No, it's not a mindset. Because in Africa, those are the only two nations of noteworthy in history. The Ethiopians and the Egyptians. Now give me Exodus 11 and 7 and give me Zephaniah 2 and 12. Let me show you something about the Egyptians and the Ethiopians.
The book of Exodus chapter 11 and verse 7. But against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue against man or beast, that he may know how that the Lord do put a difference between the Egyptian and Israel.
There's a difference between the Egyptians and the Israelites. Give me Isaiah 43 and verse 3. Give me this one.
Zephaniah chapter 2 and verse 12.
The Moses said there's a difference between the Israelites and the Egyptians. He said the Egyptians below the Israelites.
Ye Ethiopians, also ye shall be slain, ye shall be slain by my sword.
Going and kill the Ethiopians.
The book of Isaiah chapter 43 and verse 3. For I am the Lord, thy God, the Holy One of Israel, thy Savior. I give Egypt for thy ransom.
I gave Egypt for your ransom. Meaning he used the Egyptians' blood to get the children of Israel out of Egypt, right?
Ethiopia and Sebab for thee.
He gave the Ethiopians and the Sabaeans for the children of Israel, right?
But for since thou was perceived precious in my sight.
He said, since the Israelites were precious in his sight, right?
Thou hast been honorable.
He said, thou hast been honorable, right?
And I have loved thee. Therefore I will give men for thee.
I will give men for thee. Who were the men he gave? The children of Egypt and the children of Ethiopia, right?
And people for thy life.
Say, I will kill them for you. So you still want to be an Ethiopian or Egyptian? Well, thou sayest. Thou sayest. Of course you have to go. After them scriptures, they must go. Thou sayest. I thought you had to go. Go ahead. You say for the answer, right?
Men in the street, some part of America. And the man is saying he would have sex with his 12-year-old daughter.
Right.
And then he said,
with his 12-year-old daughter?
His 12-year-old daughter. He said take them while they're young. Right? Another one was saying.
So, before you come with the next part of your question, would you rape your 12-year-old daughter? This what?
Woman who was preaching on the street.
Uh-huh.
How are you doing?
And I think, man, the man can't be a question to rape is nothing to what.
Exactly. Exactly.
It's nothing to what rape.
Nope.
You don't hear that one.
It's not there.
Me telling them?
Yeah.
What are you telling me?
Because the Most High sent an angel to tell you something.
Listen
So
to
why you have to cuss now? Oh my
another
goodness.
man was saying that he is not an African. Somebody with all your belief. He is not an African.
This is not our belief, this is our culture.
He is a Negro. He is not an African. He is a Negro.
Right. And what I'm not gonna, what's so funny about that?
I say Willie Lynch, you know, the trouble.
What you say? We call us, what they call us there?
White people.
Hey, this is, hold on. This is before Willie Lynch. What did they call us?
You know what is the purpose of calling a Negro?
What is the purpose of calling us Negro?
It strips you from this heritage.
What heritage? Africa is not our heritage. You just said the Most High say go and kill Ethiopians and Egyptians. So how could that be our heritage? We just read and show you that the Israelites are different people from the native Hamites.
When I watch you, I know it's there you come to.
How you know that? Is that people in Australia right now? They call them the Aborigines, right? How do they look?
You know where them
How do they look like? What do they look like?
You know
Where they come from? Who tell you they come from there? What history have proven that they came from there?
Watch out how they looking.
It's like Indians black like you.
Watch out how they looking.
It's like Indians black like you.
Black.
So are they from Africa?
They come out of me.
They come out of you? You is the father of the Indians?
They had to look like they come out of me.
You must Deuteronomy 28 and 28. Even though you don't claim to be an Israelite, you still fit in the curses. Here, let's curse here. Here, let's curse.
Everybody come out of the black.
Wait now, are you a black man?
Look at
that pants. What color that pants is? This pants here, what color is that? Black, eh? You is black?
When they say black.
No, brother. Black is a color. You have no shades in black.
There are no shades?
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 28. The Lord shall smite thee with madness. Smite thee with madness.
Smite thee with madness. Read.
And blindness and astonishment of heart.
And some of them was light like this.
Who's the white people killing them?
In South Africa.
White people
under
killing them?
apartheid.
But who?
People
Alright.
light like this.
That is what?
They call them black people and they was
Oh my God. That look like a black man to you? You don't even know color. That is not black, that is brown. That is the madness of Israel. When you say he's a Hamite too. Now listen, come
All praises to the Most High again. We are trying to reach
Chapter
the people.
4 and verse 6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge.
My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, because we do not know where we come from, who we are, and we have forgotten our heritage.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 4, 17 and verse 4. And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thy heritage that I give thee, and I will cause thee to be... Cause thee to serve thy enemies in the land which thou knowest not, for he have kindled a fire in thy hunger, which shall burn forever.
So we have kindled a fire with our God of Israel because we have sinned. Read this.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 1 and verse 3. The ox knoweth his owner.
So the ox, a dumb animal, knows his owner.
And the ass his master's crib.
And the ass, he can be put 100 miles away from his master's crib, and yet he can return to his master and knows his master.
But Israel doth not know. My people doth not consider.
So my people, the children of Israel, do not consider that they belong to the Most High. They do not consider that they are the children of Israel. They do not consider that they are the people of the book. They do not consider that they are the greatest people on the face of the earth. They do not consider their own heritage.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee. In hunger.
In hunger. Who do you go to for your food? Read on.
And in thirst.
Who do you go to get water? Read on.
And in nakedness.
Who do you go for to get your clothes?
And in want of all things.
And everything that you need. Your driver's license. When you want to buy a car, you have to go to the oppressor. When you want to get your birth paper, you have to go to them. When you have to deliver your baby, as a woman, you have to go to the enemies. Read on.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon your neck. That's what happened to you here in slavery, as you can see right here. Read on.
Until he have destroyed thee.
Nothing a gwan for the community the way you are gwan.
Yeah, change up your attitude and show some gratitude. All the negative energy you got to refuse. Let God be your fuel, you don't be no fool. Educate yourself, cause in this world knowledge rules. And energy is real, so watch the things you do. Ain't no messing that shit for real, yes I'm telling you. So live with love, live with love.
Say them a rasta, and them no know about Jaja. Say them a rasta, and the boy no know a scripture.
Nothing a gwan for the community the way you are gwan.
Yeah, change up your attitude and show some gratitude. All the negative energy you got to refuse. Let God be your fuel, you don't be no fool. Educate yourself, cause in this world knowledge rules. And energy is real, so watch the things you do. Ain't no messing that shit for real, yes